It's Pride. So many people already think I'm indoctrinating the youth. Well, right now it's June, so I kind of am. Yeah.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of The Dave Show. My name is Dave, and I am so glad you could be here today. We have a great show planned with a lot of woke, unhinged lefties to get through. So let's jump right in. Let's do it. News and nuts. News and nuts. Hey, it's news and nuts. The last couple of days, the big story, the big headlines is the bromance gone wrong between President Trump and Elon Musk. And I think now that they've both had a chance to sleep on it, I think maybe cooler heads will prevail. Elon Musk tried to get a hold of President Trump, but he's just having none of it just yet. Take a look.
He knew every aspect of this bill. He knew it better than almost anybody. And he never had a problem until right after he left. And if you saw the statements he made about me, which I'm sure you can get very easily, it's very fresh on tape, he said the most beautiful things about me. And he hasn't said bad about me personally, but I'm sure that'll be next. But I'm very disappointed in Elon. I've helped Elon a lot.
The Democrats are absolutely feasting on the drama. And here is AOC and her take on what's going on between the two, well, the richest man in the world and the most powerful man in the world. Check it out.
Any quick reaction on what's going on with Elon Musk and President Trump on Twitter right now?
Oh man, the girls are fighting, aren't they? I would say that this was something that was a long time coming, where we've been seeing that these two huge egos were not long for being together in this world as friends. And so I think this breakup we've been seeing a long time coming, but we'll see what the impacts are of it legislatively.
Thank you so much.
And for all those liberals and leftists and Democrats out there that are whining and complaining because ICE isn't showing their face, well, there is a good reason for that. Attacks against ICE agents have gone up 413%, and threats are not just against ICE agents, but they're also against their families, which they have nothing to do with any of this stuff going on. But the liberals are completely unhinged, as usual. That's it for the news. Now on to the nuts. The agitation from the left against ICE agents, as I just mentioned, is ramping up exponentially. And in this next clip, you'll see, well, there's a small group that have gathered to go against the ICE agents, and what they ask the ICE agents to do is completely hypocritical when you see who's in the crowd screaming these demands. It's nuts. Check it out.
Behind that mask, your tattoos up. Now they're all gonna know. Let's see your tattoos. You're a bitch because your tattoos up. You can't hide behind that mask. You guys get no fucking respect. No respect. Fuck you guys, man. You guys get no respect.
Show your face!
Fucking
Own it!
man.
Own your fascism!
You're all fucking.
So in that small crowd of people, a lot of them had cameras, but I counted 5. There were possibly 6 of them that had their masks on, had their face covered. And then that lady has the audacity to scream out to the ICE agents, "Uncover your mask. Why are you showing your face?" These people are so stupid. And speaking of stupid, I don't know where this was taken. Probably it's got to be California. But there is an electric vehicle. It's a police vehicle that apparently needs to be jumped by a portable generator. My gosh. Okay, take a look. In this next clip, we show a baby version of Reverend Wu. He is absolutely destroying some board members for, they're being totally offended because they're hearing really crude language from books and materials that are totally found in some of these school libraries, public school. And he's just kind of calling out the hypocrisy of these snowflakes. Check it out.
You have several pornographic books in your library. The book entitled Gender Queer, it says, I got a new harness today. I can't wait to put it on you. I can't wait to have your in my mouth. I'm going to give you the...
You're being inappropriate.
It's inappropriate. Why is it that the students can read this stuff, but you snowflake board members can't hear it in the school board meeting? We have leftists on the school board who don't want to hear the truth. And so therefore you have been positioned to silence people who go against your narrative. Why are we showing this kind of filth to kids?
All right, my friends, that's it for News and Nuts. But don't worry, we've got you covered with plenty of unhinged woke liberal madness. The pool is deep and we're jumping in head first. So sit back, relax, and buckle up. We're about to enter the Lib Zone.
Turns out can't get into this country legally. Turns out if you're not white and born here, actually no. Because I'm sure they're taking those people away too. Livid. Human beings, regardless, I don't give a fuck. If you're a human being, you should see another human being getting stripped from their family and their homes, and you should not be okay with that. If you can look at these people getting deported to places they've never even been just because they're not white, if you can look at that and just move on and not give a fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you. You're a piece of fucking shit. And if you support the freak that's making all these fucking laws to take innocent people out of their homes and take them to places where they're most likely going to get killed or the women are going to get raped, doesn't fucking matter. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You don't deserve shit. Anyone that still supports that man deserves to get deported. Because if you're going to vote for a freak like that, then you should see what he's actually doing. And maybe you'll realize this isn't good. America is turning into a fucking white supremacist nation. And it's disgusting and alarming and horrific. And I'm literally sweating from yelling because I can't take it anymore. I don't know what I'm going to do. And I'm not even the one that's at risk. I'm not even the one that's at risk. My friends, my family, people that I'm close with are at risk. And even if I didn't know anyone at risk, I would still give a f***. Those are human beings. Just because they're not white doesn't mean they don't deserve to live. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you! Fuck this country! Anywho.
Well, if you would like, I can refer you to a really good travel agent or a pretty decent therapist.
If you are an ICE agent participating in what's happening in the U.S. right now,
you're an absolute hero. But that's probably not what you're going to say.
You have absolutely no morals. You're a bad person, and you have deep-rooted issues. I said what I said. There are zero exceptions. This is honestly fact, not opinion. And if it hurts your feelings, you're a snowflake.
But I think you need to go back to school because I'm pretty sure the definition of fact and opinion is very different.
I swear before God in heaven, the first person that comes out saying that they want a straight pride this year is getting a fist to the damn face. I'm still not over what happened to Matthew Shepard back in the 90s, but if you want to talk about something that happened more recently, Jonathan Just, not even 2 days ago, was just killed in front of his husband and the remains of his home and his dog.
So they torched the house and killed the dog? Wow, that's some Jonathan Wick stuff going on right there. That's horrible. Are you sure you're not making this stuff up? Because that sounds just like what happened at the beginning of John Wick 2. Okay.
For being queer. If you want to know about the whole story, go on and Google it. I don't have the heart to talk about it right now.
Okay.
If you don't understand why gay people still need pride, then you're not paying attention. People are dead. And if you come into my comments today with some shit, you're getting blocked and reported. I don't have time for that crap today.
Okay.
Throw a brick at a homophobe for me. Happy Pride.
Okay, that's the thing that kills me right there, is because that person, the whole entire video, is lamenting about how there's violence against gay and trans people, but then at the very end, what does that person do? Wishes violence against any heterosexual or non-gay, not gay, trans person that's out there. Throw a brick at him? Really? Come on. Make it make sense.
It's Pride. So many people already think I'm indoctrinating the youth.
You don't even have to say anything else. I know you are. Jeez Louise. Just the tone of her voice tells me everything. Okay, let's hear it.
Well, right now it's June, so kind of am. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, okay.
I'm bringing
Yeah.
Blues Clues Pride. I am bringing queer portraits. We're learning about the pride flag.
You go, girl.
We are reading the books, especially the banned ones. We are learning about queer icons. And on top of all of that, I am teaching how to create a social media post for when they become, those people. But it's the end of the year, and it is important that we continue our learning, continue our understanding, and that is what we are doing here in 5th grade. The biggest things I want them to take away is this quote from Miss Major Griffin Gracie. We're all part of one another. I would want people to understand who we are as human beings. I want us to look at the similarities more than the differences.
Then why do you keep pushing the differences and not focus on the similarities?
If only more people could do that. Links to resources are in my bio, so check it out. Ebooks, slides, lessons, whatever you need to talk about pride in your classroom. Yes, and happy Pride from this trans educator. Woo!
Okay, why is that guy still teaching anybody's kids? Can he answer me that? Why hasn't that guy been removed?
Is when we started seeing some sort of smoke to help try and keep those people from the gate here. Okay, so here we are. We're in the middle of the street here. You can see one person trying to stand right in front of this SUV here, but it's just such a dangerous situation here, and it's really not going to do him any good to be standing there and possibly get ran over by agents. So here they are. They're on 9th Street now. The crowd is running alongside with these vehicles, and I'd pretty much guarantee that this SUV is not going to stop. Someone throwing, looks like, wow. All right, let me widen out here. Okay, so we saw some eggs being thrown at the vehicle. Now he was just, partly ran over by that SUV.
Well, we
and
do see
there
that
goes,
person
there goes.
getting up.
Oh, it looks like a bicycle was also struck in the crosswalk here. It's just a dangerous situation. It doesn't, not really going to prevent them from leaving, but now we have a whole other situation here.
Yeah, I said it before, and I guess I'm going to have to say it again. Somebody is going to get seriously hurt in these clashes between these stupid left agitating liberals that are going up against ICE agents, trying to deter them from doing their jobs. I mean, this guy got run over. Honestly, maybe it's horrible for me to say, but I kind of wish that the guy driving would have just swerved. Like, as soon as the guy fell, instead of stopping, just swerve over his legs. No, that's horrible. That's horrible. But look, someone's going to get seriously hurt. Someone's going to eventually get killed in these protests. And it's a shame. They need to have their core unit of ICE people going in, but then they need to have like this peripheral unit of police officers in riot gear, and anybody that touches a police officer, but especially an ICE agent, instantly gets taken down, arrested, cuffed, and put through the process and sent to jail for at least a little bit. I'm not talking years or anything, but maybe like a few days, maybe a week or something. I don't know. But they need to learn consequences. Come on, Holman. Let's teach these people consequences. Otherwise, it's just going to keep ramping up. And there's no need for it.
You want to know what I've noticed these days, mate? Everyone's a fucking victim these days, mate. Even the upper middle class kids are trying to be fucking victims. They call it non-binary. Doesn't mean anything. It just makes you sound very victimized. I'm non-binary. And you want to know something that I think you guys will agree with as well? I just don't care anymore, mate. I like to call it victim fatigue. Everywhere you look, there's a fucking victim you gotta care for. Look at me, I'm a victim. No, look at me, I'm a bigger victim. I'm in a wheelchair. It's like the victim Olympics around here, mate. Everyone's competing to be the biggest fucking loser. It's like, how about you stop being a little fucking bitch, mate? Stop begging for attention. Before I moved to the States, I was living in my fucking car, mate. You don't see me fucking going, oh, please, I'm living in my car. I'm a houseless person. I was like, I gotta get my shit together or I'm you know? I swear, some of you professional victims don't understand how good it feels to be independent and do shit yourself, mate. Collecting mental illnesses and fucking pronouns and all this shit like they're Pokemon cards. I'm a wheelchair, trans, disabled, non-binary, Z-Zim persons of colour. It's like, I don't give a fuck, dog. You've squeezed the lemon, mate. Now there's no juice left, okay? But you want to know the funny part? They fucking hate us. Oh, straight white man. You can't have a say unless it's giving me money. Look at the wave of conservative young men like myself. You want to know why that is, mate? Because my generation of young dudes is sick of being told we're the fucking problem when most of us work blue-collar jobs, can barely afford to get fucking by. But no, we're the problem and we got to allocate all our attention to these fucking losers on the internet. To all you professional victims out there, mate, congratulations, you've done it. No one gives a fuck about you anymore. No one cares about your flags, your crying, your neurodivergent non-binary bullshit. Sorry to tell you, but you lost. You lost because you defeated yourself. Thanks for watching. If you want some music that's not woke as fuck, I got a new song out now called Outback Paradise. It's out on Spotify, iTunes. Let me know what you think. Peace.
Thank you, sir, for not playing a victim. Tip of the hat. It sounds like you definitely could have, and you're pretty based. Some might even say based AF.
Rent should not exist. In this day and age,
Really?
rent should not fucking exist. We have a
Why not?
surplus of housing. We have houses that are empty.
True.
We could be housing everyone on the streets.
No.
But no, we have to worry about profiting off of it. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, those grifters, man, that's all they do. They love making money off the homeless, and that's why they'll never solve the issue.
Shut the fuck up. People are homeless, dying on the streets. What is wrong with you?
That's sad,
What the
but
fuck is wrong with you?
nothing's wrong with me.
We have a surplus of housing. We're in a complete different age from when you did have to build your own house.
What? Do you think there were not homeless people back in the day? I'm pretty sure there were in some form or fashion.
Everyone deserves a house, and our government has the ability to give us that, and they won't.
I mean, do you think back in the you're talking about the pioneer times? I mean, do you think people just like gave houses? Like everyone's just like, hey, let's just give all the material and all the labor to this family, and let's build them a house for free. Like, come on, that's never happened.
You need to be more angry.
New tonight, undocumented students in Texas are no longer eligible for in-state tuition. This all comes after Texas agreed with the U.S. Department of Justice's demand to stop the practice. So a new court filing shows a joint motion by the Attorney General's office was granted. The DOJ targeted the 2001 Texas DREAM Act. That law, signed by then Governor Rick Perry, gave those students a break on tuition. But U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi said, quote, schools cannot provide benefits to illegal aliens that they don't provide to U.S. citizens. According to our media partners at the Texas Tribune, the sudden policy reversal will impact almost 20,000 undocumented college students in the state.
Finally, something good coming out of Texas. Jeez, it's about time.
Abrego Garcia is still not home.
Well, technically, he is now coming back, but he is going straight to court, and then he's going straight to jail, and hopefully he'll be quickly deported right back to where we just pulled him out from, and we'll never see him again a day of his life, because he is an absolute scumbag, as we just found out more things that he did including child porn and, a lot of human smuggling. Plus, he killed somebody for sure. So he is a trash of a human being, and we should never see his face again in the light of day. Okay. Anyways, what is it? What do you have to say, my man, with the well, it's actually kind of a cool tattooed neck, but all right.
And the Department of Homeland Security is rolling out armored vehicles nationwide. What does this tell you?
Well, it tells me that you idiots on the left, you trans-Tifa and Antifa, and those types are really ratcheting up the aggression towards the ICE agents. So what do you expect them to do?
Hey guys, in case you didn't know, the president's daily schedule is publicly available online. And he has had no public appearances since he was golfing this weekend. So no public appearances on Sunday, yesterday, or today.
No.
So get out your candles, start manifesting. Is this it? Is it time?
Oh,
one can only hope.
Well, sorry to break it to you, my dear, but there has been plenty of so-called, proof of life videos over the last day or so with his little tiff with Elon. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with President Trump. He's doing just fine.
I will never fucking forgive y'all.
Me?
I will never
everybody.
I will never forgive you.
Oh.
We could have fucking had Kamala.
What the hell did you just say?
Oh gosh, no. Dodge the bullet. Oh yeah. The next video is I think it's a pretty good one that everybody should see. It's of Noah, and he is detransitioning, and this is just a little bit of his story. Check it out.
Howdy there. I'm Noah. I'm a detransitioned male. I was on estrogen for 4.5 years. I started transitioning at 18, and then I detransitioned about 6 months ago. Today, I want to talk about transition regret. So, some people detransition and they don't actually regret transitioning in the first place. They see it as like part of their journey. Maybe they like the lingering effects of exogenous hormones. That's not me, okay? I view transitioning as the single worst mistake I've made in my life. It had immediate negative consequences with my family because they could just like not wrap their head around my desire to transition. I wanted them to use this new name and pronouns like pretty immediately. They did not want to do that because they did not want to like affirm this identity that, yeah, they were hoping I would like come to my senses. I did not. I ignored them. But yeah, it drove this huge wedge between us, and that was really hard for me because I was close to my parents. I'm still close to my parents. Yeah. I went into my freshman year of college during COVID, and this was all like the first year of my transition, and I had a really hard time making connections like on campus or like with anyone just because like I was a very non-passing trans woman, and honestly I was never very good at like cohering to gendered expectations of women, so I don't know, I don't think people took me very seriously outside of like these, you know, very trans affirming like social groups. Also, like having a trans identity, constantly worrying about passing, about being misgendered, that kind of thing, it made me like incredibly neurotic, and I'm already like a neurotic person. So yeah, this is not even to mention like the physical effects. If it was just like I'd gone socially transitioned, I would feel like a lot better about it, but no, I had facial feminization surgery, so I do miss like my like strong brow bone. I don't like looking a little more androgynous like I do now. But the biggest negative effects have been the lingering effects of estrogen. I have some gynecomastia, which is, you know, really not like too bad, as you can see. Like my thighs are a little bit thicker than the average guys. But the annoying stuff is like below the waist. You can Google the effects of estrogen on the male body if you'd like to. I'll be vague. Things like still work after being off estrogen. I have normal T levels, but my libido's kind of low. Function is like 50% of what it was pre-transition, and my fertility is up in the air, which sucks, but it is what it is. Yeah, when I was identifying as a woman, like estrogen actually did like affirm my identity and made me feel good, but now that I'm living as a man again and not really identifying as one, but viewing myself as a man, it horrifies me a little bit that I like put myself through chemical castration. But again, it is what it is. So yeah, I don't consider my transition to be part of some like wonderful journey. I feel physically and mentally stunted. I feel like a tree that grew in the wrong direction for 4.5 years. Now I have to break off the branch and like restart. I feel diminished, and yeah, I'm angry at myself that I bought into a belief system that taught me I could become a woman if I wanted to. And for me, rejecting that belief system has been an important step in healing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Noah, for sharing your story. I'm sure it took a lot of courage to do so. Welcome back to the land of normality and common sense.
Someone want to explain to me how the world expects me to hold down a job with enough hours in the day, in the week, to pay for a car. I need a car because I have disability and I can't walk far.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How am I supposed to work all those hours if I have complex trauma and I'm in therapy twice a week? I'm in a program twice a week, and I have art therapy, which I really need, and I have peer support, which I really need. How the heck am I supposed to hold down a job?
Leah Fail says, you would think that her support group could find her an online job. That sounds like that would be a very, very good option for that young lady. It sounds like she shouldn't even be leaving the house. Gosh. Dissident Man says, if she's that bad, she needs to be institutionalized. Yeah, you know, that could be a good option too.
Good morning. Free Palestine. Today's the day I asked my therapist who he voted for.
What?
Red, I quit. Blue, we have a hard discussion. Third party, we get some ice cream. Not really, that'd be inappropriate. You know what I mean?
That would be.
Well, all he would say was that he's not political. So that's that. I'm not in treatment anymore, fuckers.
Wait, you just said if he's not political, then you would be fine. So what? Why are you ditching him? I think you were just looking for an excuse to get out of therapy.
I got a text today asking why my cousin, who's a cop, isn't invited to my extremely gay wedding. And I said, we don't eat pork and I don't want pigs at my wedding. Thank you so much.
Man, you are one twisted fuck.
What a horrible human being. And you know what? She is going to regret that at some point in her life. These people are retarded.
I don't know of any police department that routinely wears masks. We know that there are other groups that routinely wear masks. NSC 131 routinely wears masks.
Mayor, just to clarify, are you comparing ICE, you said, to NSC 131, the neo-Nazi group? Are you comparing them to a neo-Nazi group?
What I said is that Boston Police and no police department that I know of at the local level routinely wears masks.
Boy, and you wonder why the ICE agents want to keep their identities hidden.
I was just kicked out of a book club for being trans.
How do you know that?
A couple days ago, when I was scrolling Facebook, I saw a Knoxville-based book club for women, and so I reached out and I requested to join.
Well, I don't know what the rest of the story is yet, but I'm seeing a problem right away because this guy is definitely a guy and not a woman. But let's see how it unfolds.
I was granted membership, and I thought everything was fine. And then I saw that they had a Discord, so I joined their Discord.
Oh, okay.
I made a quick introduction, told them a little bit about me, told them what my favorite types of books were, and then at the very end of my introduction, for complete transparency, I said that I was trans.
Well, that's where you went wrong. I mean, I guess unless you were a trans man, because then you're technically a woman, and you'd still fit the requirements of the group, but yeah, that's not you. Sorry, dude.
Got a like, so I thought everything was fine. So I went ahead and I started chatting with people.
All right.
Halfway through my conversation on if e-readers were better than physical books, my membership to the Discord was immediately revoked without any reason why, and I was banned.
Any reason why? Really? You could think of just one?
From the Facebook group. Had I not said anything about being trans, I highly doubt I'd be making this video right now. I was hoping to build a small community around books. I was hoping to be able to enjoy reading again. I was hoping to make some friends in the city where I don't feel like I have very many. And then I was suddenly removed and banned, and I was not given a reason why. I read the rules and the guidelines before I started posting, so I know that I was well within their rules.
Really? Are you sure about that?
And they couldn't even give me the courtesy as to why they removed me. My background pretty much lines up with everyone else in that group. I am in my 30s, I have a background in reading, I have a degree in writing, I'm pretty much as basic as you can get. The only difference is that I'm a queer trans woman. This hurt. This was not okay. Especially now, during a time when trans women and queer women are intentionally being hated and harmed by society.
Oh gosh.
I thought it was going to be a safe space for women.
But you're not
I
one.
I realize now that I was ignorant to believe that I was a part of that. Thank you for reminding me that I can't trust anyone in this town. I posted my image in my bio.
Oh, you're the victim.
So if there were any transphobes who saw that, they now know what I look like. And they will more than likely let me know that they know what I look like.
Well, my man, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, maybe you should try looking for a book club that's, for men? Then you wouldn't have any issues.
I'm homeless. Say whatever the f you want about it. Don't give a f. I live my life how I do and you live yours how you do.
Sounds fair.
First day in Chicago, and already I'm running into issues finding a bathroom. I've asked a couple people where I can go to the bathroom if they have public restrooms here. People have said no. Somebody said try Chick-fil-A. Someone said try Starbucks. So I was like, oh, maybe Starbucks will let me go because sometimes they let you go to the bathroom if they have a restroom.
Okay,
I
sounds
go in
fair.
there.
Yeah.
It's like, can I please use your restroom? They're like, no, you have to buy something.
That sounds fair
And
too.
I was like, where do I go to the restroom then? She was like, oh, you could try Walgreens, you could try Chick-fil-A, blah, blah, blah. I'm not about to do the runaround. I have to piss. So, I just took a piss outside.
Oh,
and it's not my fault that Chicago doesn't have public restrooms. So, fix it.
But look, every establishment has the right to deny bathroom service. That's not unreasonable. But since you have a phone, which is kind of weird because you're homeless, but you have a phone, use it, Google where the nearest homeless shelter is, and then you don't have to go business hopping to find a bathroom. Just go there. They will most definitely have a bathroom, and they'll probably have a shower, probably a place to sleep, maybe get some food, and I guess charge your phone. It's time for Dave's Detox. That would feel good on a nice hot night. Good for you, buddy. Nice. Now you gotta love huskies. Oh no. That is a great way to get hit in the junk. Oh, geez. Okay, I hope he doesn't have pink eye. Aww. What the heck?
Oh my god.
Jeez. Aww. That's some love right there. Aww. That feel good. I wish my cat would do that to me.
Stopped for a train. I got out to stretch my legs, and this little dog ran up.
Aww. Meant to be. It's a little puppy. Didn't know there was a live action of Bluey. Is that Blue's Clues?
Buddy. I know you're mad back on my lap, but...
Someone's jealous.
The big dog got here first, and I'm petting him.
Aw,
you're
poor
just gonna
guy.
have to deal.
All right, my friends, that wraps up another episode. I really do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, subscribe, slap that bell around, tell your friends about Idle Hands, share the video, do all that jazz. And until the next episode, stay safe, know that you are loved and appreciated. And of course, until we meet again, have a great day.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear.